Good morning, and thank you for coming to participate in this session. My name is Letitia in Nyaaba, and my presentation is on circular economy in Africa, but we are looking at Ghana's case, what has been happening in Ghana. Circular, because we all understand now that our consumption, our production was linear. It was in one direction. We took resources, we used them, and we dumped them. And most of the resources are finite. They will not be there forever. And in the process of dumping, we generate waste that is creating a lot of problem for the environment and for us as people who live on this planet. And so we are looking at running now in a circle where we put resources back. They say waste is a resource in the wrong place, it's money in transition, so we want to put it back into the loop. We want a situation whereby we do not generate waste at all. We design such that waste is taken out, pollution is taken out. We keep materials in the value chain for as long as they can be there, and also keep them out of the landfill. We recover them and put them back into the production process. Now we have this circular economy diagram by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation that tries to explain by the diagram how we want circular economy, how we want to close the loop on the waste we generate and the things we do. So we want to restore, we want to recycle, we want to refurbish, we want to remanufacture, we want to reuse as much as possible, we want to collect, we want to see if we can extract again raw materials from the biological feedstock and also use them. So as we transition, we are mainstreaming the value of product and materials and resources into the economy as much as possible, minimizing or eliminating waste, boosting our competitiveness, and then bringing economic, social, and environmental gain. Now for Ghana, this is a problem, waste disposal. We are not able to manage it well. We have everything, plastic, metal, paper, organic, goes into that drain. It chokes it. It enters into the water system, the water that we'll end up drinking. And then we fall sick and all that. But what do? It's a problem, but we also see the opportunities that it also presents. There are businesses, there are jobs that can be created out of it. So we are saying circular economy. I know that our grandparents used to practice it already because this is how we used to package food. That is one food, that is fanti kenke in Ghana. If anybody has gone to Ghana, I don't know if you've tried kenke. That is fanti kenke. It's packaged in banana leaves. That is ga kenke. It is packaged in corn leaves. And then that is wache. It is also in banana leaves. But we have new products like plastics and styrofoam that are causing a problem. So in actual fact, it's nothing new, but we have to take on what we used to do before, and see how we can make it better to deliver for us this service that we need from these materials. And so they used the leaves, and they were biodegradable. They went back to the soil and provided nutrients for the soil. So we see recycling happening here. This is it's called Swami Magazine. It's an artisanal industrial sector in Kumasi, where you have broken down vehicles and everything, tractors, machine, heavy-duty equipment that are dumped. And then they use them, they remanufacture vehicles, they remanufacture equipment, they take the parts apart and machineries from it. And it employs as many as 200,000 people in that industrial park alone. So that is an opportunity. People are already doing it. Then, this is Safisana, a company in Ghana that produces biogas from sewer and then from organic waste from homes. It takes the waste, it mixes it, there is digestion, and then they produce electricity. Sorry? What happened? Okay, they produce electricity that powers 7,000 households. They produce compost, and they also get water that is used for irrigation. Incidentally, they are located in an area that is designated for irrigation agriculture. So they produce compost and other things from this. Now, they took opportunity out of a problem, waste management. Only about 8% of sewage is treated in Ghana. Then for the infrastructure for sewage, the sewer network only connects only about 1,100 people. There are only 1,100 connections to it. And so we are not sure how it is treated when it is disposed of from the septic tanks, how they are managed. The waste, organic waste, is mixed up with every other waste and is heaped and is generating methane and the obnoxious gases and creating the nuisances. It's filled up the landfill, taking up the space. But he's seen the opportunity and he's done this. This is just a small operator, but it means that there's an opportunity for us to do more of these ones. Now, we are looking at using locally available technology and materials to do some of the things we do. And so these are biodigesters that were constructed from locally manufactured materials. This biodigester here is a plastic. It's plastic, and it was made from recycled plastic from a plastic manufacturer. So he used recycled plastic, and then he produced these digesters, and then it's being used to generate biodigesters. These are digesters that are feeding a hospital. They take the hospital waste, convert it into biogas, and then they use it for heating, and then they use part of it for lighting as well. We have coconuts. We drink a lot of the juice. That is the tree we see there. The coconut, the fruit. When it is cut for the juice, the husk becomes a problem. It is heavy and it is bulky. But this is an entrepreneur who has taken the opportunity to do coconut, the pit. He produces the fiber that is used in a greenhouse as a planting medium. He has blocks, he has doormats, he has brushes, and there are packages also that are produced from the coconut husk. So he's seen an opportunity and he's taken it. And so there's a diversification of products from the coconuts, and it applies to, I'm sure, all other waste streams that we have and we can think of. So he has brushes, he has twine, he has compost, mats. They can even use some of the fiber for mattresses. They use it for bales and bricks and so on and so forth. So there's a diversification, there's a diverse number of products that can be produced from waste. This is another person who takes plastic waste. He uses plastic and he produces this container just by simple technology here. And then he also provides employment for people. Sometimes you don't need too much. It's just passion and enthusiasm. There's somebody also who is producing charcoal from the coconut husk. And so he uses a network of communities that sort and collect the waste for him. And then he's able to do what he's doing. Now, we've done something in e-waste also to recover secondary raw materials. If you follow the news in Ghana a few years ago, They say Agbogloshi is one of the dirtiest places in the world where e-waste is sent and then it is burnt for just metals. The metals, mainly they focus on the copper and other things, but we are looking at retrieving as much as possible material as you can get. Plastics, circuit boards, aluminium, copper, iron, even some of the components, capacitors and all that they can use again to produce other products. So for chairs, some of them use them for refurbishing other appliances that are damaged. And then there's an export business that supplies these secondary metals to Germany for Boliden and for Benz also. And then they also feed the local metal industry with scrap metal as raw material. So this is one person who does use lead acid battery recycling and then e-waste. And from him, he has additional income streams because now he recovers more materials than he used to recover in the past. So he gets the plastic, the acid, instead of being drained into the drain, is recovered and sold to somebody else who uses it in his process. Then there's zero discharge of effluent as well, because when they wash the plastics, in the past, they used to just wash and then discharge the effluent. But now they have a number of settling tanks that recycles the water, and so they use the water a number of times. All they do is maybe scoop the dust, and even that, they also ship and sell. And then it also provides employment for a lot of people. 63% of his workforce are women because they sort out the circuit boards and then they are gold bearing, and they have an eye, the women have an eye for the good quality one, so they have a lot of them there. And so this is city mining for gold. So they extract gold from the circuit boards. They ship them also. And so before then, they used to oxidize the wire because it was the easiest way to get it. They get the wires out, the cables out, and they just burn and retrieve the metals they want, the copper. But now, they know that the cost for oxidized wire is half the price of unoxidized wire. And so they have reduced their purchase of oxidized wire from their suppliers. And so burning has also reduced. Then we are doing upcycling. This is e-waste. This is a candle stand. This is jewelry from the copper. This is a salad bowl that was retrieved from a washing machine. This is furniture from used car tires. This is another one from used car tires. And then this is furniture from wood pallets. Then we also did something on industrial symbiosis. And the slogan was, want, no get. Get, no want. Somebody has their waste. He doesn't want it. Somebody wants it. He doesn't know how to get it. And so we try to identify the waste streams with exchange potential so that we can enable them to get the waste. And so we got cocoa shells, bottles, oil, plastics, paper, wood. There's a myriad of them. And then out of it, we were able to train 100 SMEs on industrial symbiosis, assess more than 60 of them, identified 135 synergies, and also completed 56 out of the 135 synergies that we identified. Now, in carrying out the industrial symbiosis project, these are the gains we got. This project was done under the Switch Africa Green Project, and 1,623 jobs were created. This amount of waste was diverted from the landfill. This was how much savings were done in carbon emissions, and then this is how much cost savings the industries made. Now, in addition to this, we are continuation of this. We are building a waste recovery platform where we are bringing all the generated and the users together, and we are working with UNDP, where we enter data, and then people can go on that and trade, kind of find what you are looking for, and then exchange will take place. So the challenges we have are that sometimes the products they produce, there are no markets, and then most of the activities remain at a very small scale, and then there's need for funds to scale up. And then sometimes, even though the waste is there, because segregation is not done at source, it is messed up and it is contaminated. And so the people will have to spend a lot cleaning it. And so we are working towards promoting segregation at source. It is started at a small scale. We also want to push that for government procurements. As much as possible, they will make recycled products that have been produced out of waste as their first choice before they consider other materials, other products. Thank you very much.